Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels. I'm beginning to fill in and tell the story in my timeline again. I'm not doing refresh our memory or times, dates, and events until I tell the most recent parts of Megan's story from 2023 and 2024. But first, it was brought to my attention in last week's episode I made a minor mistake and I would like to correct it. On June 8th, 2022, 1:24 p.m., my phone rings. A lady tells me she has my packet at the Attorney General office. She told me she would call me back to let me know the file is in the right hands. The mistake is, I said she called back at 11:33 a.m. and the correct time is 1:33 p.m. Just a minor mistake, and I truly apologize for any confusion. Now, when I stopped the timeline, we left off on January 3rd, 2023. I recorded this last episode and started Refresh Our Memory, which then took us into Refresh Our Memory of times, dates, and events. So let's get started. And thank you for listening and being patient. Part 7, Episode 1, January 4th, 2023. At 1:52 p.m., I sent my sister Susie a message. I wrote, "Tonight's episode is scheduled. It's 29 minutes and 1 second long." Susie wrote, "All right." I wrote, "It has a couple fumbles, twice, I think, but it does sound okay. Will you listen to it later?" Susie wrote, "Yes, I will listen to it after work." Then again at 6:47 p.m., I sent Susie a message. I wrote, "Look what I received. Lisa from School Days is in part 5, episode 8, so she's almost to the end of listening because there's only 6 parts so far, and then what I record tonight." But Lisa wrote, "Prayers for all, and I hope that there's some type of resolution. This is absolutely terrible, and if they would have just fixed it to begin with and owned up to this, none of this would be necessary. It's so sad what you're going through. I do listen to a couple episodes a week when I'm at work on my lunch break. Sometimes I try to listen to them at night before I go to sleep, but I always fall asleep before the end of it. I'm getting ready to start part 5, episode 8. I will keep listening and I will keep prayers up." Susie wrote, "That is so nice of her." I wrote, "Oh, I know. She's our little sis. And thank you, Lisa." January 5th and 6th of 2023, these past 2 days, the weather has been fair. I want springtime to come sooner than later, but right now I will have to wait. January 7th, 2023. Good morning. I pray we all have a good day. I did go to the cemetery. My brother John is on the phone with me, and I do feel better when someone knows of me being there. And I'm just checking on things. Everything seems to be all right. The flowers are still here. I will have to change them out next month for Valentine. And after I left the cemetery, I went for a drive before going home. I'm hoping something will come to me to do to progress with the podcast. I feel so bad for not having any more to say, but I will not give up because I do know something will come to us. Maybe not this minute or today, but I know I will be shown and I will know. When I arrive home, I relax until it was time for bed. January 8, 2023. Thank you, God, for waking me up. I have a lot to be grateful for. I start my day. I did go to the cemetery. I do go every couple days to a week if the weather is permissible. Everything is good here. Megan's flowers are here. And that is one thing I'm so very thankful for, that the city leaves them where they belong. And it's been an okay day. January 9th, 2023. This morning, it's a bit emotional. It's not uncommon for me, but I can't remember a day I haven't cried, but a few. I did have to count, which is a bit off, but that tells someone how many days has been emotional for me and how many not. And no one deserves this, and certainly not Megan. Let her rest. She does not deserve this, and neither do I. January 10th, 2023. Thank you, God, for opening my eyes. I lay here thinking of how I can extend my podcast episode. Things usually does come to me to let me know what to do or how to do it through a premonition, an instinct feeling, or a feeling will come to heart, but not this time for some reason. Maybe it is that I need the break. I did clean house today just to stay busy. Everyone have a good day. January 11th, 2023. I look at today as 111, meaning to keep your thoughts positive. We all need more of that. People quite often ask, if we have more of, the world would be a better place. I have always said patience and respect. Patience, slow down, enjoy life. Respect. If you have that, all else follows. My opinion. January 12th, 2023. My morning seems to be easy, and I thank God too, because He knows it's not always like that for me. At 12:33 p.m., Carla came over to visit. I gave her a tin can of candies. She likes her candies. And when we were done visiting, she went to the cemetery with me. There are a few cars here, which is good. We visit with Wyatt, then with Megan, and all seems to be good in both areas. We soon left the cemetery and went back to my house. And thank you, Carla, for going with me. January 13th, 2023. I am going to rack my brain today and try to relax. Everyone have a great day. January 14th, 2023. Waking up this morning, I feel my emotional stability is high. I'm crying. I feel my heart heavy. I pray. I get up to start my day, to find myself after breakfast sitting in a chair crying. Some days are better than others. January 15th, 2023. My eyes open. I'm waiting. I wait to see how I'm going to feel. The morning I had yesterday, and on other days, they are tough to get through. You have to fight through it and fight hard. Don't let the mind or the body fall into it. I've had to learn that the hard way. I start my day to stay busy. I'm fighting right now, shedding tears every now and then. At 3:55 p.m., Carla calls asking if it is all right she comes by later to put a gingerbread house together, her and I. She said she has never done one before. So heck yeah, I will help her. After dinner, Carla came by, and at 7:55 p.m., we are putting together a gingerbread house. We did get it done, and it didn't look the greatest, I'm sure, but it wasn't all that bad either. I think we ate more of the candies than what we put on the house. But we did have fun. And thank you, Carla, for this evening. January 16th, 2023. First thing this morning, I went to the cemetery. I went to visit Wyatt, then with Megan. When I pull up to Megan, I'm trying to take pictures, and my phone camera gallery is filled. So at this time, I couldn't take any. But I will empty some pictures off and take pictures the next time. And just a reminder, Susie and I are still racking our brains, and I know sooner or later something will come to us, or at least one of us. I pray. January 17th, 2023. I woke up and I'm so grateful. Thank you, God, my angels. My morning starts and it seems to be going all right. Susie messages saying, I will call you after work. I want to share something with you. I sent a message back. I wrote, all right, okay, good. And now I'm anxious as to what it is. I spent the afternoon and early evening hours running errands, cleaning, and waiting to hear from Susie. At 8:09 p.m., Susie sent a message. She wrote, I will call you after we get something to eat. I wrote, all right. So now I'm waiting some more. But I think it is good news. About an hour later, 9:03 p.m., Susie calls. She said, I have an idea of what we can try to do. And I'm excited to hear this. I said, you do? What? She said, well, you and I have been racking our brains to come up with something. And I do feel this break was for you, to help you. I'm quiet, and I have tears in my eyes. Susie said, I went to bed last night praying something comes to us. I said, I have been doing the same thing. Susie said, this morning when I woke up, it was like an instant feeling, an innocent feeling came to me to do questions and answer series. Susie said, there's been enough people ask so many questions over time. So let's use them. Let's share the questions and you can give the answers. And by the time she was done talking, I am excited. I said yes. And when I was done talking, Susie said, do like 10 questions and see how that works. I said, oh my gosh, yes, I knew something would come to us. Well, it came to you. My angels worked through Great Aunt Susie to get this out there. That is awesome. Susie said, that's how it felt too, like she was here with me. I said, she is. I said, she gets her point across, one way or another, like when Shelby came down and found the plot marker indentations in the ground and the grass. I do believe Shelby was brought here to find that because I missed it. I have no idea how long it was there either. But Megan got her point across. She will guide us. She is guiding us. She will help me to find whatever they try to pull. And if not me, it'll be someone she will guide. Like you this morning, Susie. She came to you to give you this idea, and I pray it works. Susie said it will. You are good at making it work. I'm quiet, and then I start to cry. And I said, "Thank you, Susie. Thank you so much." Susie said, "Start racking your brain of the questions people have asked, and we need to get more. I will send you the ones I have and wrote down that people has asked me." I said, "All right." I said, "I think the first question I think we should use is, why did you take pictures over the years?" Susie agrees and said, "Yes, use that first and go from there." January 18th, 2023. My eyes open this morning, and of course, my morning ritual is I thank God for waking me up. I tell my angels thank you. I pray. I pray I can find someone to help with the cemetery and get it resolved. I start my day, and it looks like a nice day. It's like a touch of springtime in the city. I'm going to enjoy this day. January 20th, 2023. I visit the cemetery. I did not have my phone with me because at times I have to get away from that too. I leave it at home. It takes me back to you never knew who was calling until you got home to see who it was. Well, I still do that. And because I wasn't expecting to go to the cemetery, but I did, I drove through, then left the cemetery and went home. It was just a quick trip. January 22nd, 2023. A lot to be grateful for. When you go through chaos like this, you find a way to put every little thing in perspective. I did get some writing done, and later this afternoon I went to the cemetery. 5:10 p.m. I arrive at the cemetery. It's a cloudy day, but the sun is peeking. I went to visit Wyatt. Then a short time later, I pull up to Megan's area, taking pictures. The first picture is a full view picture, and as I look at it, I am spotting inaccuracies. For example, the little girl's headstone that used to sit southeast at the front corner of the tree, the existing tree, it sat and can be viewed in older pictures. This headstone used to sit more south than the tree did, and therefore where the rock headstone sat, west of this tree. But now it sits dead center of the rock headstone. And as I view, I can picture how this area used to look. I can even picture in view the two new headstones that was set in when they were closer to the tree. And behind these two headstones, it was an open area. And in pictures, you can view this too. And I am thankful too that Megan's flowers, her Christmas flowers, are still here. I did take a few more pictures and left the cemetery. I arrived home and I wrote and wrote the questions that are being asked to start an episode of questions and answers. Wish me luck. January 23rd, 2023. Waking up this morning, it feels cold outside. It's a good day to get comfortable and write. I thought, I can get an episode of the questions and answers done. So I will be busy. January 24th, 2023. It's sleeting rain today. Brr. I'm continuing to get and write questions and answers. Everyone have a good day. January 26, 2023. Thank you, God. The skies are clear today, but it is cold. It's a day of feeling guilty. Most may know what this feeling is like. I feel guilty because I feel I'm not doing enough. I feel guilty because I think, what did I do wrong with explaining Megan's story that I'm ignored? I know I've asked this before. What am I doing so wrong? The truth should not be this hard to tell. Today, though, I have to keep going. I'm going to get the first episode recorded of the questions and answers because I've got to. January 27th, 2023. I'm so grateful for my babies, all of them. They are what keeps me grounded. I tell my oldest granddaughter, Samantha, at times, especially working on this for Megan and the rest of them, that I am one Nana that will fight for her babies, her grandbabies, her great grandbabies, dead or alive. And Samantha knows me well. She knows I will. January 28, 2023. Thank you, my angels. Thank you, God. And I'm so grateful Susie was given this idea of what to do next. I appreciate you so much, Susie. Thank you. And now I'm working on the episode today also, so I can start another for the following week. I'm moving on and doing it too. And now I'm leaving you with a reminder. You may find Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, on Spotify, Amazon Music, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index Audible, Listen Notes, RSS.com Community, iHeartRadio, Google Podcast, YouTube, and also publicrss.com. You may also contact us at Emily McMahon, lowercase letters, 208 at gmail.com, or sdmcmahon1959 at gmail.com. Thank you for listening, and stay kind with your words.